Hello Pisces, this is your tarot reading for the dates of June 11th through June 17th. Welcome back. We have a great reading in store. We have a King of Wands here, and he is extremely courageous. And we have the Four of Coins cards, or the Four of Autumn and the King of Springs card, respectively. So let's get started talking about the story here that's going on. As you can see, we have a majestic king, and he stands before us leaning on his staff. On his throne is emblazoned a lion, which indicates he is extremely courageous. And to the side of him, he has a beehive, which indicates that he's industrious. The Four of Coins cards, we have a majestic robed fairy. She is enrobed in satins and velvet, as you can see clearly here, but her image in the mirror is a false one. It doesn't clearly show that she's wearing velvets and silks. She is standing in her muslins. So let's get into what the story is. What is the story? What are we getting at? Pisces. You have a task at hand, and you have the energy for it to vote to it. You're in a position of leadership, and you simply inspire others with your enthusiasm and your ability to create virtually from what appears to be nothing. You're charismatic, extremely charming, organized, have that good business sense. You're innovative and can accomplish great things. Idealistic, ambitious, influential, motivational. You sometimes have that theatrical flair, as we can see again and demonstrated in this card, the King of Springs card, for he's obviously surrounded with wealth and has that line again emblazoned on his throne, which suggests that he has the courage to be the captain of his industry. And he needs that theatrical sense to pull off the show. Also could mean you have an entrepreneurial heart. You speak well in front of people. And you have the courage of your own convictions. Or just simply making a difference. You have the ability to make a difference in the people that surround you, and your family, and the people that work with you. Now let's talk about the Four of Coins cards. You know, sometimes when we've experienced a drought in our finances, we tend to close down our four chakras and like it's a faucet, and we turn it off and we don't even realize what we're doing until the people around us let us know that you're not the same as you once were. So sometimes when our finances get reduced, we kind of go into a famine feast kind of situation. Unfortunately, we don't know that it's not going to help. It's actually going to harm us, because when we expect lack, we're kind of creating that lack situation, and we're creating from fear, not joy. Yes, so you need to take stock of the things that you do have in your life, maybe, and also be aware of trends, financial trends. And that sometimes when we invest well, that we go through a lean period, and not to take that out on the people that are around us that have helped us through the lean times. Staying loyal to your family, to your friends, to your co-workers, to your employees. It also can indicate extremes with money. It can indicate that we overspend. Maybe we gamble away frivolously what we don't have. Or again, it could hint at holding on too tightly to the money that we have. Or simply saving for a rainy day, holding on to the present, and or resisting change, battening down the decks because we're awaiting the next storm, but then we attract the storm to us because we're not aware of our mind-thought connections. And now I'm going to listen to the Supreme Being about his wise counsel for you wonderful Pisces. And he has, for several weeks now, been telling many people to look at the glass half full. So I'm not surprised that he's saying that here with the Four of Coins cards. So adapting a different mindset, believing in the cup half full, is going to help you more than you think. Pisces, you have the ability to turn rags into riches, and that's what this card speaks of. You can't really make this stuff up, because I did actually listen, and then I'm like, oh my god, look at the card I'm holding up. Again, we have a beautiful fairy, and she's dressed in finery. She's dressed in velvet. She's got a velvet dress on, and silks, and brocade. Here, she's simply dressed in muslin, which was meant for the poor. So that's what he's meaning, that you can turn rags into riches. He says it's good to save for a rainy day, but if you have more than enough, then you're just investing too much of your life force energy into holding on. And it translates into holding on to too many sectors of your life, and awaiting for the bottom to drop out. So, yeah, when we create in fear, we bring to us what we're believing shall come to us in fear. The Supreme Being says, if you let the divine penetrate your thoughts and talk to you on a regular basis, then naturally those chakras that are slammed shut would open up. And then he's saying that this translates to your health, like indigestion, your throat chakra is off, that kind of ulcers. Pisces, you need to look at where you think you need to go it alone. Do you need to isolate? Do you need to slam the door shut? Do you need to isolate? When would the original picture happen for you where you feel that you have the necessity to push people away, where this is going to be healthy for you? saying, yes, you're sensitive, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't talk to anybody. He's reminding Pisces that you're sensitive for a reason, and it's a strength, it's a gift. You're gentle people, kind, resilient. He's saying something about don't use your false valence. Oh, he says if you don't want people to bother you, then just be assertive, saying, okay, well, I have 5 minutes for you. But to always slam the door shut and lock it is not serving you, because then your good can't come to you. Your good can't make its way to you. Working with like-minded people is always a good thing, because then you've done half the work, and then you don't have to wonder about their motivations. Controlling your money space doesn't mean that you control other aspects of your life, meaning and they're just kind of saying concern is good, but worry is, again, prayer in reverse. Concern is natural and healthy, but worry is prayer in reverse. You will bring to you what you fear. And one last thing. You should always ask for help if you need help. There's a picture there that says that you're not to ask for help, that it's selfish or something to ask for help, and this is selfish actually not to ask for help, because when you isolate, you tend to brood, and that brooding is not positive energy. Okay, so thank you so much. It's been wonderful. And I wish you, well, light and joy till we see each other next. Bye-bye. Mwah.